The Book of Exodus is a foundational text in the Judeo-Christian tradition, chronicling the journey of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt to freedom and covenant with God. This powerful narrative is rich with themes of liberation, faith, and divine intervention. It introduces key figures like Moses, who leads his people through trials and tribulations, showcasing the struggle for freedom that resonates across cultures and eras. In this video, we'll explore the significance of Exodus not just as a religious document, but as a historical account that has shaped the identity and beliefs of millions. The themes of oppression and liberation found in Exodus are particularly relevant today, as they inspire movements for justice and equality around the world. By delving into this ancient text, we can gain deeper insights into the nature of faith, the importance of community, and the enduring quest for freedom. Join us as we uncover the layers of meaning within the Book of Exodus and its lasting impact on humanity. To understand the Book of Exodus, we must first explore the historical backdrop of the Israelites' enslavement in Egypt. For generations, the Israelites lived in Egypt, initially welcomed as guests during a time of famine. However, as their population grew, a new pharaoh arose who viewed them as a threat. This led to their harsh enslavement, marked by forced labor and brutal oppression. The plight of the Israelites became a symbol of suffering as they cried out for deliverance from their bondage. Amidst this turmoil, a pivotal figure emerged. Born an Israelite but raised in Pharaoh's household, Moses became the reluctant leader destined to confront the very ruler who oppressed his people. The tension between Moses and Pharaoh sets the stage for a series of miraculous events, including the plagues that would ultimately compel Pharaoh to release the Israelites. This historical context not only highlights the struggle for freedom, but also prepares us for the dramatic unfolding of divine intervention that follows in the Exodus narrative. Moses is one of the most significant figures in the Exodus narrative, and his life story is both compelling and transformative. Born during a time of oppression, he was raised in Pharaoh's palace, yet he never forgot his Israelite heritage. After witnessing the suffering of his people, Moses fled to Midian, where he encountered God in the form of a burning bush. This divine calling marked the beginning of his journey as a leader. Initially, Moses hesitated to accept his role, expressing doubts about his speaking abilities and questioning why he was chosen. However, God reassured him, providing signs and support, which ultimately led Moses to embrace his destiny. As a prophet and liberator, he became the voice of the Israelites, confronting Pharaoh and demanding their freedom. Moses' significance extends beyond his leadership. He symbolizes hope and resilience. His journey from a reluctant leader to a powerful advocate for his people illustrates the profound impact one individual can have in the quest for liberation and justice. The 10 plagues of Egypt serve as a dramatic backdrop to the Israelites' liberation, each one escalating in severity and purpose. The plagues began with the transformation of the Nile River into blood, followed by an invasion of frogs, gnats, and flies. Livestock disease, boils, and hailstorms followed, culminating in locusts that devoured crops. The final and most devastating plague was the death of the firstborn, which struck fear into the hearts of the Egyptians. These plagues had a profound impact on Pharaoh and the Egyptian people. Each plague challenged their gods and revealed the impotence of their deities, leading to increasing desperation and suffering. Pharaoh's heart hardened repeatedly, showcasing his resistance to change and the consequences of pride. Theologically, the plagues signify God's power and sovereignty over creation, illustrating the struggle between divine will and human defiance. They serve as a reminder of the consequences of oppression and the lengths to which God will go to deliver his people. Ultimately, the plagues set the stage for the Israelites' exodus and the establishment of their covenant with God. The dramatic departure of the Israelites from Egypt marks a pivotal moment in their history. Following the devastating 10th plague, where the firstborn of Egypt perished, Pharaoh finally relented and allowed the Israelites to leave. This moment was not just a physical escape, but a profound spiritual awakening for the people. Central to this event was the Passover, a sacred observance that commemorated their deliverance. The Israelites marked their doorposts with lamb's blood, signaling the angel of death to pass over their homes, ensuring their safety. As they prepared to leave, the Israelites faced numerous challenges. They had to gather their belongings quickly, often under the threat of Pharaoh changing his mind. The journey ahead was fraught with uncertainty as they ventured into the wilderness without a clear path. Despite these obstacles, their faith in God's promise of liberation fueled their determination. The Exodus symbolizes not only physical freedom, but also the birth of a nation, setting the stage for their covenant with God and the journey toward the promised land. The crossing of the Red Sea is one of the most dramatic and miraculous events in the Exodus narrative. After the Israelites departed Egypt, Pharaoh's heart hardened once again, leading him to pursue them with his army. The Israelites found themselves trapped between the advancing Egyptians and the seemingly insurmountable waters of the Red Sea, creating a moment of despair and fear. In this critical moment, God instructed Moses to stretch out his hand over the sea. Miraculously, the waters parted, allowing the Israelites to cross on dry ground. This incredible act of divine intervention not only saved them from certain capture, but also demonstrated God's power and faithfulness to his people. The significance of this miracle extends beyond physical salvation. It symbolizes the profound faith the Israelites had to place in God. Their willingness to step into the parted waters represents trust in divine guidance, even in the face of overwhelming odds. The crossing of the Red Sea stands as a powerful testament to the themes of liberation, faith, and the transformative power of divine intervention in the journey of the Israelites. The giving of the Ten Commandments at Mount Sinai is a cornerstone event in the history of the Israelites, marking the establishment of a covenant between God and his people. These commandments serve as fundamental principles of Israelite law, outlining the moral and ethical standards that would govern their community. They address essential aspects of human behavior, including the relationship with God and interpersonal conduct, providing a framework for justice and righteousness. Moses played a crucial role in this momentous occasion. After leading the Israelites out of Egypt, he ascended Mount Sinai, where he encountered God in a profound and transformative experience. It was here that he received the commandments, which he later conveyed to the people, emphasizing their importance as divine instructions for living a life aligned with God's will. The lasting impact of the Ten Commandments extends far beyond ancient Israel. They have influenced moral and ethical standards across cultures and religions, serving as a foundation for legal systems and guiding principles in societies around the world. Their enduring relevance highlights the universal quest for justice, integrity, and respect for one another. The Israelites' journey through the wilderness was a transformative period filled with challenges and profound lessons. After their miraculous escape from Egypt, they faced a harsh and unforgiving landscape, which tested their faith and resilience. This journey was not just a physical trek, but also a spiritual pilgrimage, where they learned to rely on God for their needs. One of the key events during this time was the provision of manna, a miraculous food that appeared each morning, sustaining the Israelites in their hunger. Additionally, when they faced thirst, God instructed Moses to strike a rock, from which water flowed abundantly. These miracles served as reminders of God's constant presence and provision, reinforcing the importance of faith in times of uncertainty. Throughout their wanderings, the Israelites grappled with doubt and fear, often longing for the comforts of Egypt. However, these challenges ultimately deepened their reliance on God, teaching them valuable lessons about trust, obedience, and the importance of community. The wilderness experience shaped their identity as a people chosen by God, preparing them for the promised land ahead. In this video, we explored the profound significance of the Book of Exodus, both in religious and historical contexts. We traced the journey of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt to their miraculous liberation, highlighting key events such as the plagues, the crossing of the Red Sea, and the giving of the Ten Commandments. Each of these moments not only shaped the identity of the Israelite people, but also provided timeless lessons about faith, resilience, and divine intervention. As we reflect on these themes, we encourage you to consider how the lessons learned from Exodus can apply to our lives today. The struggles for freedom, justice, and moral integrity resonate across generations, reminding us of the importance of standing up against oppression and trusting in a higher purpose. If you enjoyed this exploration of the Book of Exodus, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others who might find it meaningful. Join us for more content as we continue to delve into the rich narratives that shape our understanding of faith and history.